Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandria. I am a registered nurse and a freelance health content writer. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about when is the right time to start expanding on your business and bringing on a team of people to help you run your business. I created the channel with the intent to get some conversations started with other freelance writers or potential freelance writers about freelance writing and how easy it may or may not be to get into this space as a registered nurse or health care professional. So if you like what you hear, please subscribe to this channel. So when is the right time to bring on a team for your business? Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer to this. And, this is what I really love about being a business owner, right? Is that you are in the driver's seat. I think, especially for nurses, we are so inclined to think in the way of an employee that we really don't understand that we're in charge. We are leading the charge of our business and our freelance writing endeavors. And if you decide that it is time for you to expand, then it may be time for you to expand. Now, before you do that, I always recommend that you do something like a SWOT analysis or something really to kind of take a deep dive into really understanding why you may want to expand and what that may look like and how you intend to stay afloat financially, because expanding means that you are bringing other people onto your business and you are essentially making yourself the responsible party for making sure that they also can get paid and put food on their table. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I think you should consider before you decide to expand on your business. So one thing that I think is really important is you think about when you're ready to expand and whether or not you want to bring on a team. You have to think about how much time you might have been losing over the last so many months, right? Because I've ran into this problem sometimes where the assignments are just coming at me left and right. And I'm one of those people, I will always try to force myself to find the time to get an insane amount of work done in a short time frame. And sometimes you just can't do that, right? And so when you're thinking about whether or not to bring on a team, you need to think about the amount of time that you may have been losing over the last so many weeks or so many months or even years of trying to do it all. No one can do it all. And on top of you writing, I think a lot of people forget that I've got to spend time writing my assignments, and then I've got to spend time marketing myself, and I've got to spend time making sure that the legal stuff is, on the up and up at all times. And I've got to make sure that I spend time getting in front of people and showing up at networking events. At some point, it just becomes too much. And so this might be an indicator or a signal that it's time for you to expand and get a team to help you. Okay. Also, something to think about is when you might be just mentally ready to expand. And so it's one thing to look at your time and kind of lay out, okay, how many hours per week am I spending on the business? But sometimes we get to a space where mentally we are just ready to expand, to spread our wings and to grow. And again, you have to remember that being a one-person team is so hard. And again, I think sometimes I don't know if it's just nurses or if it's people who, really just want to kind of do it all. It's hard to do it all. So if you feel as though you are mentally ready to let go of the reins of certain parts of your business and you can afford to bring on a team member to help you with marketing, to help you with your social media, to contract out other freelance writers to help you get all of the assignments that you've committed to in and on time, then it may be time for you to expand. You also have to think about business growth. So if you're in a space where, let's say you've been a freelance writer for, several years, and now you're thinking, I really want to get into course creation, or I really want to write a book, or I really want to be a web developer, or hey, I've been given opportunities to be an affiliate for these different companies. It might be time for you to bring on a team again, because as you go through these different experiences, like even just transitioning into being an editor, I know of a couple of freelance writers who have done exactly that. You may decide that I still want to edit and I want to write still, and all of that takes time. So you have to kind of allow your business model to grow and allow the business to grow. So if you want to go into expansion, or if you want to expand, it may be time for you to think about bringing on a team. Now, a lot of people use this next marker as a great indicator that it's time to expand, but it's not the only one. So when the business is starting to show profit. So I've mentioned in a couple of other videos that, it can be a little daunting sometimes. You get your first couple of checks and you're like, woo, and then you realize, oh, there's no taxes taken out of this. Oh, I have to pay, the monthly expenses for the building, or for the business. I have to pay the quarterly expenses for the business. I have to make sure that all my taxes are on the up and up. I have to make sure that all of these things are paid, and then I finally get to pay myself after giving my business a little bit of a cushion to deal with any emergency situations. And okay, I don't have any money left. That is definitely normal for a freelance writer. And so when you get to a space where the money is just consistently coming in, and you've got, 6 months or even a year's worth of expense money, emergency money set aside for the business, this may also be an indicator that it's a good time for you to expand and grow. And then this is a really important one, because I think a lot of the time we go into business, especially those of us who are nurses, and we just get in the same mindset, right back to the same mindset of being an employee, and we never give ourselves time off. If you haven't been on a vacation in a while, it may be time to expand on the business. Now, obviously, there are reasons that people can't go on vacation all the time, whether it's money, whether it's, personal reasons, whether it's financial reasons. But if you know that the business is growing, if you know that you are in a space where you can take a vacation and there are no obligations that are really putting you in a position where you just flat out cannot get out of town for even a weekend, it might be time for you to expand on your business. Because your business, the intent is not for you to replace one job with another. As you grow your freelance writing business, you should be at some point able to scale back on how much time you're spending on the business itself. At some point, the business should be running itself on some level. Obviously, you need to spend some time creating a business that will become that well-oiled machine, but at some point the business should be able to sustain itself without you always having to come in every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So those are my tips for when it may or may not be time to start a business. There are other things that you should consider too, I'm sure, that I just didn't cover, and My list is not intended to be exhaustive. It's just to at least give you a starting point for when it may be a good time for you to think about starting or expanding your business and hiring a team of people to help you stay afloat. So if you liked what you heard, please subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys next time.